Forget the night sky, the quiet, star-dusted velvet. Now, rip that illusion away. Imagine Earth, not in its serene cosmic suburb, but plunged into the very heart of the Milky Way, a place where millions upon millions of suns blaze so intensely. True night would cease to exist, a spectacle of impossible beauty and unimaginable horror, because this galactic core, this dazzling crucible of creation, is also a death trap. A supermassive black hole, Sagittarius A, would unleash a ceaseless torrent of lethal radiation. Stars, once sources of life, would become instruments of annihilation, exploding in supernovae so frequently they'd be part of the daily forecast. Could anything survive such an existence? The answer will chill you to your core. Imagine for a moment that everything you thought you knew about our place in the cosmos was a lie. You thought you lived on a quiet, unassuming spiral arm 26,000 light years from the tumultuous heart of the Milky Way. You thought you knew night, a vast canvas speckled with distant pinpricks of light. But what if you were wrong? What if Earth, our pale blue dot, orbited not in the serene suburbs of the galaxy, but squarely in its blazing, terrifying center? Picture the sky, not the familiar dome of scattered stars, but a cosmic maelstrom, an unimaginable ocean of light. From horizon to horizon, millions upon millions of stars would blaze with an intensity that would redefine daylight. The concept of true night would vanish, erased by the collective brilliance of a stellar population packed so densely their light would merge into an ethereal perpetual twilight. The brightest objects, not just our sun, but countless others, would hang like incandescent diamonds, casting stark shadows even at what we now call midnight. You'd see nebulae, the vast glowing clouds of gas and dust where stars are born, not as faint smudges, but as vibrant, swirling tapestries of color, illuminated from within by newly ignited suns. Globular clusters, ancient tightly bound spheres holding hundreds of thousands of stars, would appear as colossal sparkling jewels, dominating vast swaths of the heavens. Our sun, if it could even exist in such an environment, would be just one of billions, lost in a blinding, chaotic throng. Every direction you looked, you would be staring into the heart of creation itself, a visual symphony of unimaginable scale and grandeur. But this celestial spectacle, this overwhelming display of cosmic power, hides a profound and lethal truth. For this breathtaking beauty is merely the surface of an abyss, a deceptively dazzling shroud over forces so destructive, so utterly hostile to life, that our very existence would be a fleeting, impossible whisper in the galactic roar. The light you see is also the light that would burn you. The stars that awe you are also the titans that would destroy you. This isn't a cradle of life, it's a cosmic forge, constantly reforging itself in fire and annihilation, and we, nestled within it, would be nothing but kindling. But the dazzling spectacle of a perpetually star-drenched sky, while undeniably awe-inspiring, would be a cosmic lie, because beneath that glittering veil, our Earth would be bathed in an apocalyptic deluge of radiation, a constant, lethal embrace from the most violent engines in the universe. At the very heart of the Milky Way lurks Sagittarius A, SGRA for short, a supermassive black hole, 4 million times the mass of our sun, not a vacuum cleaner as often misconceived, but a gravitational titan, an abyss of space-time, around which countless stars orbit at terrifying velocities. From our hypothetical vantage point, merely light days away, SGRA wouldn't just be a point in the sky. It would be a colossal, invisible maw, its accretion disk, a swirling maelstrom of gas and dust, heated to millions of degrees as it spirals inward, blazing brighter than 100 million suns in X-rays and gamma rays. This isn't visible light. This is the universe screaming in frequencies that shred DNA. The galactic center is a cosmic metropolis, not a tranquil suburb. Stars are packed in there with an unimaginable density, millions within a single cubic light year. For context, in our solar neighborhood, the nearest star is over 4 light years away. This extreme crowding means a relentless barrage of high-energy phenomena. Imagine gamma-ray bursts, the most powerful explosions in the cosmos, erupting daily, perhaps even hourly. These are the death cries of massive stars collapsing into black holes or neutron stars, focusing their energy into narrow, unimaginably potent beams of pure annihilation. A single direct hit from a gamma-ray burst, even from thousands of light years away, could strip Earth's atmosphere, sterilize its surface, and extinguish all life in an instant. At the galactic core, we'd be living in a cosmic shooting gallery. Then there are the supernovae, stellar deaths. In our current location, a supernova occurs roughly once a century in our entire galaxy, and we're safely distant from most of them. At the galactic center, millions upon millions of stars, many of them massive and short-lived, are constantly reaching the end of their lives. Supernovae would be a regular occurrence, perhaps a dozen or more visible to the naked eye, every single day. Each one an explosion so powerful, it briefly outshines an entire galaxy, unleashing torrents of X-rays, gamma rays, and high-energy particles. These cosmic shrapnel would tear through our planet, mutating every living cell, frying electronics, and stripping away our ozone layer, leaving us utterly exposed to the relentless, unfiltered fury of the universe. Life as we know it, built on fragile carbon chemistry and vulnerable DNA, would be impossible. The very concept of a stable biosphere, of oceans, of a protective atmosphere, would be a cruel joke. The sheer density of radiation, the constant threat of sterilizing blasts, the utter lack of any true night to allow a biological clock to form, all conspire to make the galactic core a beautiful, yet utterly lethal inferno. Our magnificent sky would be a death sentence. If you're grappling with the sheer terrifying scale of this and the preciousness of our own cosmic oasis, consider hitting that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next dive into the cosmic unknown. You thought the perpetual twilight was merely beautiful, a celestial tapestry woven from countless suns? It's a prelude to annihilation. At the very heart of this dazzling maelstrom lurks a true cosmic leviathan, Sagittarius A. This supermassive black hole, 4 million times the mass of our sun, is not merely a gravitational well. It's a monstrous engine, a cosmic particle accelerator spewing out lethal, high-energy radiation. Imagine a constant, invisible torrent of X-rays, gamma rays, and relativistic cosmic rays, 1 million times more potent than anything our quiet solar system experiences. This relentless bombardment would strip away Earth's protective atmosphere layer by layer, shredding its ozone shield until our planet was utterly exposed. DNA, the very blueprint of life, would be irrevocably damaged, cells obliterated, and entire ecosystems sterilized down to the molecular level. There would be no refuge, no escape, as the very fabric of our world was slowly, inexorably flayed. But Sagittarius A is just the beginning of the nightmare. The galactic core is a stellar nursery and graveyard combined, a region so densely packed with stars that stellar deaths become shockingly frequent. Supernovae, those cataclysmic explosions marking the end of massive stars, would erupt not once every few centuries, as in our serene spiral arm, but perhaps every few years or even months. Each would unleash an electromagnetic pulse capable of frying every electronic device on the planet, followed by a wave of high-energy particles that would devastate any remaining atmospheric protection. Then there are the gamma-ray bursts, the most powerful explosions in the known universe, often originating from hypernovae, the collapse of gargantuan stars. If even one of these annihilating beams of pure energy were pointed our way, it would be a flash of cosmic death, incinerating everything in its path, sterilizing entire hemispheres in an instant. The sky, instead of offering the solace of true night, would be a perpetual blinding glare from millions of suns, constantly punctuated by the terrifying flash of cosmic annihilation. In such a crucible, the delicate dance of evolution, the intricate chemistry that forged life on our serene Earth, would be utterly impossible. Circadian rhythms, the very pulse of life as we know it, would be shattered by the relentless, blinding light. There would be no stable environment, no calm, no refuge from the relentless, inescapable bombardment. The galactic center is a beautiful, terrifying, utterly sterile monument to cosmic power, a place where life cannot and will not exist. The initial wonder of a sky ablaze quickly gives way to a chilling realization. This cosmic spectacle is a harbinger of death. The galactic core is not merely a dense star cluster, it is a maelstrom of forces utterly hostile to life. At its heart lurks Sagittarius A, SGRAS, our supermassive black hole, a 4 million solar mass leviathan whose gravitational maw constantly churns surrounding matter. Its accretion disk, a swirling vortex of superheated gas and dust spiraling into the abyss, perpetually belches forth high-energy X-rays and gamma rays. These aren't benign light, they are cosmic scalpels, capable of tearing apart the very fabric of life. But SGRAS is merely the persistent, terrifying hum in the core's lethal symphony. The true crescendo comes from its stellar inhabitants. In our quiet spiral arm, a supernova, the catastrophic explosion of a massive star at the end of its life, occurs perhaps once or twice per century in our entire galaxy. If Earth were at the galactic center, such events would erupt not every 100 years, but potentially every month or even week. Within a few light years, imagine a star perhaps just a light year away suddenly flares with the energy output of our entire galaxy for weeks. Each blast unleashes a torrent of gamma ray bursts, X-rays, and cosmic rays, high-energy atomic nuclei traveling at nearly the speed of light. These are not just distant flashes. They are cosmic cannon fire, direct hits on any planetary system. Such a relentless barrage would strip away planetary atmospheres with the ferocity of a solar flare magnified a billionfold. The ozone layer, Earth's fragile shield against ultraviolet radiation, would be annihilated instantly. The surface of our planet would be constantly sterilized by lethal doses of radiation, tearing apart DNA, inducing irreparable mutations, boiling oceans into superheated steam, and atomizing mountains. Even if an atmosphere somehow clung on, the perpetual blinding glare from billions of stars would ensure a constant, searing bath of ultraviolet radiation, rendering any surface utterly uninhabitable. True night would be a forgotten luxury, replaced by an eternal violent twilight. Beyond the immediate explosive threats, the sheer gravitational forces would be an existential nightmare. The average distance between stars at the galactic core is measured in light weeks, not light years. The gravitational influence of so many colossal bodies would create immense tidal forces, differential gravitational pulls that stretch and compress objects. These forces would rip planets from their orbits, flinging them into the abyssal void of interstellar space, or more likely, into the fiery embrace of a nearby star or the ravenous maw of SGRAE. Planetary systems would be inherently unstable, their delicate orbital ballets constantly disrupted by passing stellar titans. Life as we understand it is a delicate cosmic balance, requiring stable conditions, a protective atmosphere, liquid water, and a long period of relative calm for complex evolution to unfold. None of these prerequisites could exist at the galactic center. The constant, overwhelming radiation, the ceaseless stellar explosions, the violent gravitational disruptions, these aren't merely challenges. They are fundamental impossibilities. Earth, our vibrant blue marble, would be a barren, irradiated rock, its oceans evaporated, its atmosphere long gone, its core perhaps even exposed by incessant impacts and stellar close encounters. The dazzling spectacle of a million suns would be the ultimate cosmic horror, a beautiful but utterly lethal death trap. We are here, in this quiet, distant spiral arm, precisely because the galactic center is a place where life cannot, will not, and has never existed. It is the universe's most magnificent, yet most deadly crucible. We began by imagining a dazzling, yet terrifying cosmic address. Earth at the very core of the Milky Way, a sky ablaze with a million suns, where true night never falls. A vision of impossible grandeur, but this journey revealed a brutal truth. Such beauty comes at an unbearable cost. The galactic center is a maelstrom of lethal radiation, a storm of X-rays and gamma rays from the accretion disk of Sagittarius A, our supermassive black hole. It's a cosmic shooting gallery of frequent supernova explosions, each capable of sterilizing planets for light years around. Life as we know it, carbon-based and water-dependent, would be utterly impossible in this crucible of creation and destruction. Our quiet, unassuming corner of the Orion Arm, 27,000 light-years from the galactic nucleus, isn't a cosmic accident. It's a cosmic sanctuary. The vast dark emptiness between us and the core isn't a void. It's our shield, the very darkness that allows us to see distant galaxies. And the faint glow of the Milky Way band is the profound silence that enables life to thrive. We are not at the universe's vibrant heart, but on its tranquil outskirts, a place precisely tuned for our delicate existence. It is a profound, almost terrifying realization. The most awe-inspiring beauty in the cosmos can also be its most lethal, and our mundane, distant home is, in fact, the most precious address in the galaxy, a testament to the universe's delicate, brutal, and utterly miraculous balance.